Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Thank you, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning. First of all, water polo is a difficult sport, as you said. It's not that dirty. Every sport is dirty, and every sport is clean. You have to obey to the rules and do your best to win, like in every other sport. But thank you for the invitation to address the European Sports Integrity Summit today and to focus on the principles of fair play in a world of conflict. It is particularly relevant time to address this subject. Why? Because as we heard earlier on from President Bach, we stand here at the start of an Olympic year. In July, for the first time in 12 years, the Olympic Games will return to Europe and the world will gather in Paris for 2 weeks of incredible sport. And through this sport, we hope to see magical expressions of fair play that we have come to expect from the Games, from fallen runners helping each other to friendly rivals deciding to share a gold medal. We all agree that we're living in a difficult period in which we are experiencing the consequences of technological, climate, and geopolitical crisis. We are therefore living our transition to a new world, to a new balance. We can see at our doorstep technological development, the so-called Fourth Industrial Revolution, in which the development of artificial intelligence and at the same time the climate change, the wave of migration, the realignment of national borders and geopolitical balances are creating an unprecedented and highly volatile environment which our societies seem unable to cope with. In my dual capacity as a former athlete and as an active at many levels sport actor in national and international organizations, I'm deeply convinced of the necessity of sport and its usefulness for everyone at all times and everywhere. Yet, we must also acknowledge the unique position that sport and peaceful competition has in driving unity and cohesion between different cultures and communities. When Pierre de Coubertin founded the modern Olympic movement more than 120 years ago, it was because of his passion and belief that sport could play an important role in helping to make the world a better place. This summer, during this time of heightened conflict and tension in our region, 10,500 athletes will gather in Paris to compete in the Olympic Games. These athletes will travel from across the globe and represent hundreds of different communities and cultures, but this will be irrelevant when they enter the Olympic Village and different countries and cultures blend together. After years of training to reach the Games, they will be determined to perform to the best of their ability in their sport and to beat their peers. But they will do this while staying true to the Olympic values: excellence, respect, and friendship. Ladies and gentlemen, sport, either at the level of the club or a competition, or at the level of physical exercise, either individual or team sport, enriches our lives, usually from an early age, with a feeling of satisfaction for the development of our physical skills, with a feeling of joy for the discovery and development of our particular talents, with a feeling of strengthening our self-confidence as we set our daily goals and try to achieve, with a sense of human solidarity, tolerance, and mutual respect, with a sense of wholeness that derives from our communication with fellow participants, coaches, judges, spectators, either at the moment of victory or also defeat. But alongside the key benefits of sport and exercise, we must highlight the necessary condition to be able to have a real sport: fair play. Fair play is a concept deeply rooted in the Olympic movement. It goes beyond the boundaries of the field of play. It is not simply accepting the rules of the game, but it is also embodies the spirit of sportsmanship, integrity, and respect for one another. In times of conflict, these principles must be our guiding light, reminding us that it is not just about winning, but how we play the game. The values I mentioned before, excellence, respect, and friendship, are the structural ideas of the Olympic movement. Sport can and does educate us on fairness, team spirit, equality, discipline, perseverance, inclusion, acceptance of diversity, but also educates the leaders of the sport community on the universal principles of good governance to address corruption in all of its manifestations. To preserve the integrity of sports, we must foster an environment where fair play is celebrated and rewarded. Education plays a crucial role in this endeavor. By introducing Olympic values to our athletes from a young age, we lay the groundwork for a future where sports can truly serve as a force for good. Moreover, we must also lead by example, demonstrating unwavering integrity in our actions. This means strict adherence to anti-doping regulations, we heard earlier Mr. Banca, transparent governance, President Bach spoke about it, and an unequivocal stance against any form of discrimination. Only by holding ourselves to the highest standards can we expect our athletes to do the same. In conclusion, let us remember that in a world of conflict, sports offer a common ground for peace and understanding. And I'm convinced that Paris 2024 will send out a powerful message to the world, and through its showcase of peaceful competition, a powerful message about the principles of fair play in this world of conflict. The principles of fair play are more than just rules. They are a proof to what we can achieve. As we move forward, let us carry these values with us, not just in competition, but in every aspect of our lives. May we continue to work together towards a world of respect, integrity, and shared love for sport. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you very much indeed, Spyros Capralos. And when I said water polo is a very dirty game, I didn't mean in the sense of cheating. I meant that actually it's a very physical sport, and if you think about it, it's rather like polo on the ground. I mean, really physical. So I admire anybody who can survive that physical rough and tumble, especially in the water. Anyway, thank you very much, Steve. Very interesting comments. And now let me ask.
But water polo,
yes, please,
Mr. Andrew, water polo makes us stronger for later on in life. So we learn a lot from water polo and by fighting in the water.
You're certainly looking very strong now. Thank you very much.